Good morning, class. Today I'm going to be covering your homework assignment lecture for 4-2. So if you all open your books to page 20, okay, page 20. And so you're going to learn high frequency phrases at the very top. So what I would do is make flashcards with the high frequency briefs. And so I would write S-T on one side, on the other side is the. Because now you're going to learn that ST is the, okay? There's nothing to see up here, it's just the S and the T. So that's is the, with the is WT, okay? With the, WT. And so WT is with the, okay? You've got are the is RT. Notice, very, very important that I'm writing them on this is the S and the T. It's the beginning S, final T. Make sure you're writing it in one stroke together, S and then T. Okay, very important that you all make sure that you write it that way. With the is the WT together. You don't come back down and stroke it that way. It's together. Are the is the R, initial R, final T in the same stroke. The beginning R with the final T is are the. You have to memorize these. You have to write them just like they are. Very, very important. I cannot stress that. So there's your box. Make sure that you memorize it, that you write it just like it is. Otherwise, it's going to be wrong. So you've got to shorten it up. Is the is ST. Okay, one more time. ST. Look how I'm writing it. With the WT. Are the RT. Okay, is the ST, with the WT, are the RT. Very, very important that you know they're written in the same stroke, not like typing where you write one letter and then you come back with another letter. It's in the same stroke. You press them at the same time. Don't let that throw you off. Make sure that you're writing it in the same stroke, okay? Moving along. So now you're going to write the sentences 4-2, and you're going to include the punctuation, okay? I want you to know that on page 20, you have the English sentences that you're going to write. Page 21, you have the notes. So that's what your notes should look like, is page 21 and page 22. So English is on page 20. 21 is what your notes should look like, okay? On the stenographic machine. That's what that is. So include your punctuation, okay? So is the, if anything's underlined, that means it's a phrase. So on page 20, is the is ST, rag, wet, question mark, okay? Is the rag wet, question mark. So just so you know, the tar is hot, number 3, the tar is hot, period, okay? You've got to include your periods, your question marks, and your commas. So for example, on number 23, you have to include your commas, and that's in the notes, so just so you know. So I'm going to write number 23, is the pet, let me bring up my notes, sorry. So is the pet a cat, comma, a cub, comma, or a rat, question mark. You have to include the comma or it's wrong. You have to train yourselves from the very, very beginning that you have to use commas, question marks at the end as you're hearing it, and periods, okay? Very important, because when you're putting a transcript together or when you're putting all these sentences together, you have to know where to break them up. So the only way you know is when you're hearing me dictate, it's a pause, put the period in. Or it's a comma, put the comma in. It's a question mark. If we're asking a question, put the question mark at the end. Very, very important, okay? I cannot stress how important that is. So make sure that you take your time on your sentences. Make sure that you listen to my homework instructions so you know how to complete it and that you're doing it correctly. And then listen to the lab and the lecture, my lecture and the lab, the practice, and take it down with your machine, because you're visually doing your homework, but you've got to listen to us and take it down on your machine. That's the way you gain your speed. I can't stress how important it is. Take it down as many times as you need to. Use your weekends wisely if you have a full-time job. Practice all day. you really have to stay on your machine every day to maintain the speed and to attain the speed. So please, please make sure you're listening to your labs and lectures, because you're not going to pass your tests, okay? You're not going to pass if you don't listen to labs and lectures. So let me look at those sentences again. And I don't see anything that's standing out to me, but just remember, number one is the rag wet. You've got to put the question mark at the end. The notes are on the following page, so you know how exactly your stenographic notes should look like, but take your time, complete extra sentences if you'd like. That way you get more practice and it gets a little easier for you, okay? And so that's it. I'm going to start dictating again. And remember, I always start with the initial letters. So as a warm-up, so make sure you have your machines connected. When I'm explaining the lesson at the very beginning, you don't have to take it down because it's fast. I want you to understand why you're going to complete a homework assignment a certain way. And I like to explain the lessons. It just helps a little bit. But now you should have your machine hooked up. You should always have it ready. Just listen to what I'm saying. And then now that we're going to start, I'm going to start my dictation. This is for practice. This is for you practicing, getting your speed, having your machine hooked up, reading back your notes, making sure that you have everything, knowing your problem areas, what you need to work on, okay? So very, very important that you all have the machines connected. You can just name your new file practice, whatever you want to name it, practice 1, practice 2, just name it a different name, and then you don't, it's just practice. Blackboard will tell me whether you accessed it by keeping roll of whether you signed in or not. So make sure you do that. That's how I will keep track. But I can't stress, I think that that's why a lot of students have a hard time with the program, is they don't practice. They just, you know, do the homework and think that's enough. It's not. You have to practice to me. And then of course your lab is not going to have any videos. You're just going to listen to what the dictation is and write on your machine. And you don't turn it in, it's just practice. Like you would normally come in a classroom setting, you'd have a lab, and that's what you just do, is practice and read back your notes. It's a new language. You have to familiarize yourself with all this new information you're getting, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the initial side of the keyboard, okay? So this is over here, the initial side, the left side of your machine. Put your right hand on your lap. You're going to use your left hand, and I'm going to go a little faster, okay? Always warm up with this. You can listen to it as many times as you need to. It's always going to be up in the semester. Use your days at night if you have a little time to go back over everything, you know, over and over until you can perfect it. So I'm going to just go a little bit faster. All you're writing are letters, okay? Initial side 2-1, practice. And I'm just going to go a little bit faster, like I said, because I want you all to kind of master this. Make sure you've memorized your keyboard. Very, very important. And here we go. Initial side. S, T, P, S, K, W, R, H, P, T, S, R, W, K, S, S, T, S, K, P, W, H, R, H, P, T, S, R, W, K, S, O, A, S, T, P, H, S, K, W, R, A, O, H, P, T, S, T, A, S, T, O, K, W, A, K, W, O, P, A, O, T, A, H, R, P, W, T, K, O, S, R, O, R, A, H, A, W, S, T, P, H, A, O, S, K, W, R, A, O, P, H, T, S, O, A, R, W, K, S, T, O, K, A, P, O, W, A, H, O, W, S, T, O, A, H, P, K, R, S, O, A, T, H, W, R. Okay, going to the final side because I want to focus a little bit on your words. Okay, final side. So with your right hand, put your left hand on your lap. This is only going to be on the right side of the machine. Find a focal point, really, really concentrate, try and get as much as you can. If you can't keep up with me, that's okay. Just get back in with the next letter. Here we go. F, P, L, T, R, B, G, S, T, L, P, F, R, B, G, S, S, G, B, F, R, P, B, L, G, T, S, R, F, B, P, G, L, S, T, L, P, F, E, F, U, R, G, S, E, U, F, P, L, T, U, S, G, B, R, E, T, S, E, U, L, E, G, U, P, E, F, R, U, E, F, R, P, B, L, T, U, P, E, F, L, E, G, U, R, S, L, G, T, E, S, U, B, R, E, F, U, R, P, E, B, U, G, E, T, F, G, U, S, R, U, T, G, T, S, L, G, E, P, B, U, F, R, S, E, U, S, E, T, R, E, F, B, L, G, F, R, T, P, E, T, U, S, F, G, T, E, R, U, B, T. Shake out your fingers. And now it's going to go on to some words, okay? I'm going to dictate some words. I'll go slow. I want y'all to really focus on getting everything accurately. So accurately, it's all about being accurate. So at, cat, okay? Accurately, scat. And here we go, you all. I will go slow. Set, wet, pet, prep, pep, pup, cup, up, hat, rat, sat, scat, cat, at, cut, tap, tab, top, tub, tug, set, strap, shot, stag, stab, scar, skull, spot, sped, spar, spread, staff, stud, star, top, scar, tag, spar, now these are going to be 4-letter, 5-letter words, okay? So I'll go a little slower. This is from your homework last night, okay? I will go slow. Swell, shell, hard, word, swap, shut, shed, shot, shag, hard, hurt, held, weld, welt, wept, word, pelt, kept, curb, curd, curl, soft, tuft, shaft, start, craft, theft, crept, sharp, short, throb, card, cub. And so just real quickly, you all remember all the words I'm dictating, you're writing in one stroke. So shed, shed, okay? S-H-E-D, you write all the letters together in one stroke. Wept, W-E-P-T, one stroke, wept. You've got, let me make this a little bigger so y'all can see. You have throb, one stroke, everything together. And it's going to take you time to figure out where the letters are. And so that's why I cannot stress how important it is to know your keyboard, the basic letters, the S, T, P, H, S, K, W, okay? Very, very important. Listen to those first beginning parts of the lectures where I'm dictating it, the lab, and just master that, okay? And so we have craft. I'm just reading words randomly. Okay, K-R-A-F-T, craft, all together. Sharp. Remember, I can do it because I've been doing this forever. And you all will be, the more you practice, the more you listen to everything, you'll be just as quick as I am, okay? I promise. You just have to do your homework and listen to your lectures and labs and practice to them. Cub. Notice I wrote everything together. K-U-B, cub, okay? And let's write one more, soft, S-O-F-T, okay? Hopefully you all can give me some feedback and whether you're keeping up, you know, give me feedback, you all. I really want to hear from you all, okay? And so now I'm going on to page 16, 3-2, okay? So this is from homework assignment last night, 3-2. Remember, I'm going to say two words. They're phrases, you know, little two groups of words, 2 and 3. And so I'm going to say chop up. So you write chop and then up, okay? Chop up. You're just going to write what I say. Just remember, these are 2 words I'm saying now. So you're going to write 2 separate strokes or 3 words, 3 separate strokes, okay? Here we go. This is page 16, the words. With your machine, you write down what I'm saying. Chop up. Held up. Kept up. Pop up. Prop up. Sat up. Scrub up. Shut up. Start up. Start or Stop. Stop. War. Stop. Us. Stop. Her. Short. Stop. Short. Chat. Soft. Hat. Soft. Skull. Soft. Spot. Soft. Tug. Soft. Shell. Hard. Shell. Hard. Cell. Hard. Hat. Hard. Spot. Hard. Tug. Hard or soft. Red hat. Red rug. Red scar. Red shed. Red cart. Red car. Hot car. Hot shot. Hot stuff. Hot tar. Hot spell. Wet spell. Wet rag. Sharp rod. So that's a lot of words. It's all from page 16. I know it's a little fast, but it's really a fast-paced course. So I really want you all to just listen to that as many times as you have to. Listen to it, write it on your machine, make sure you're writing them correctly, go back and read back. Because remember, you can compare your notes, the stenographic outline or the page outline to what's in the book. So you can see what you can go back and analyze and see what you're doing incorrectly, or if you're keeping up, you know. So we're going on to lesson 4. Remember, let me cover some of these, is just initial S, okay? You've got to make your flashcards, you all. Is initial S, okay? Look where I'm writing on my machine, it's initial S. The is initial T, okay? Can is initial K by itself. With is initial W. Notice I'm with my left hand. R is R. A is just A, okay? You all have to know that this is so essential. You've got to know that. Okay, the word robbed, I'm going to write rob, come back final S. The S is the second stroke on the right side of the machine. It's a word ending, so it's on the right side. Remember, word beginnings, vowels, word ending on the right side of your machine. So we got robbed, R-O-B, come back just the D, not the ED. If you put the ED, that's ed. It's a word, so it's wrong. It's just the D. Robbing is rob, come back G. Pet, P-E-T, that's our root word. Pets, P-E-T, come back S. You've got to come back. If you write P-E-T-S in the same stroke, it's wrong. Petted, pet, come back D only. Petting, pet, come back G only. Pull, P-U-L. Pulls, P-U-L, come back final S. Pulls. Pulled, P-U-L, come back final D. Pulling, P-U-L, come back G. Stop, S-T-O-P is the root word. Stops, come back final S. Stopped, come back final D. Stopping, come back final G. Very important that you know that all these endings are on the right side of the machine. The word you write first, the ending is on the right side because it's a word ending, okay? Words ending in S or ES, you just come back final S. Words ending in ED or D, come back final D. Words ending in ING, come back with a G. It's an inflected ending, you all. You've got to make sure that if you write stop, come back S, initial side, it's wrong because that's is. So stop is and not, it's going to be stop, come back, final S over here. Second stroke, okay? You all make sure you know that because we get a lot of mistakes on the homework with that. So going on, period is FPLT is your period. Comma is RBGS, question mark STPH. Very important that you all know that this is how these words are stroked, okay? How the punctuation is stroked. FPLT, RBGS, STPH. Very, very important, okay? And so I'll dictate a little bit. I'm going to dictate some of the is words, the. Hopefully you've made your flashcards and are memorizing them, okay? So get your machines ready. I'm going to dictate again, and it's going to be just some high-frequency briefs, some words, and then sentences, okay? Okay, class, so here we go. You're going to write on your machine, and I'm just going to dictate the letters, okay? Is the can with are a is with can is are the are with can the can a are the a is the with are. Now it's going to be words with the inflected ending, okay? Rob, robs. Robbed, robbing, pet, pets, petted, petting, pull, pulls, pulled, pulling, stop, stops, stopped, stopping. And remember, you all, you're coming back. I'm saying stop, stopping. You come back with the G only on the final side. I cannot stress how important it is that it's on the right side of your machine, okay? And then here's some punctuation. Period is FPLT, comma, RBGS, question mark, STPH, okay? I'm going to just dictate and you write it on your machine. Period, comma, question mark, comma, period, comma, question mark, period, comma, question mark, period, comma. And just so you know, a question mark is also called an interrog, okay? So now I'm going to dictate sentences, y'all. These are your homework sentences, 4-1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to time it, okay? We're going to time it. So it's going to be at 30 words a minute. You need to include your periods, your commas. I don't dictate it. I don't say a cat sat, period. You have to know to put the period in, okay? Very, very important that you all know to put the period in. So this is going to be 4-1, your sentences at 30 words per minute, okay? So you're going to find a focal point. You don't put the numbers because you don't know how to write your numbers yet, but you're going to just put, I'm going to dictate a cat sat. You're going to know to put the period in. The cat is sad, period. You got to put the periods, the commas in. I don't dictate it. You have to know to put it in, okay? So this is going to be 4-1. Please make sure that you focus, that you concentrate. I am going to start the sentences at 30 words a minute. Very important that you all have already memorized the keyboard, okay? Here we go. 30 words a minute sentences on page 19, 4-1. Find a focal point, write everything. If it's a complete sentence, don't wait for another complete sentence if you can't keep up. Get every word counts. So if it's a cat sat, write it. And then if I'm at the cat is, and you only can get is. Every word counts. Don't wait for a complete sentence. Write every word that you can. And just remember, if they're complete sentences, you put in your periods, commas, okay? Here we go, you all. 30 words a minute. A cat sat. The cat is sad. The cat is wet. The cats are wet. A rag is wet. Is a rag wet? The wet rags are red. Cut the wet red rags. Cut up the rags. Spell the word. The word is spelled. Stop petting the cat. Same sentences at 40 words a minute. A little faster. You listen to this as many times as you need to. Find your focal point, 40 words a minute. A cat sat. The cat is sad. The cat is wet. The cats are wet. A rag is wet. Is a rag wet? The wet rags are red. Cut the wet red rags. Cut up the rags. Spell the word. The word is spelled. Stop petting the cat. Okay, and now this is going to be for read back on your own out loud at 30 words a minute, okay? So mark your notes like I would do this, PF, 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 so you know where to start from, okay? This is 30 words a minute. A cat sat. The cat is sad. The cat is wet. The cats are wet. A rag is wet. Is a rag wet? The wet rags are red. Cut the wet red rags. Cut up the rags. Spell the word. The word is spelled. Stop petting the cat. Okay, so I would click with your mouse the PF, the first one, so it takes you straight up to your notes, wherever you started, and you're going to compare page 19. I read all those sentences, and that last one was at 30 words a minute. I know you're not going to keep up, but you keep listening to this as many times as you need to attain your speed, okay? Very, very important, you all. So please, please make sure that you read it out loud, and that way you know what to work on, and keep listening to that at 30, 40 words a minute until you can keep up with it, okay? That's it, you all. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay?